Megatron. Standing 6 foot 5 inches with a 4.35 40-yard dash, Calvin Johnson was a robot in cleats. His teammate Roy Williams dubbed him Megatron, inspired by the Transformers villain. The name fit perfectly, as Johnson dominated quarterbacks with robotic precision and unmatched strength. His nickname and game both became iconic, turning him into one of the most feared receivers the NFL has ever seen. Detroit had its Decepticon, Joe Shiesty. Joe Burrow didn't ask for the nickname Joe Shiesty, but he didn't have to. TikTok ran with it, blending his cold-blooded confidence with a nod to rapper Pooh Shiesty and that icy brr sound. Shiesty implies being slick, ruthless, and unapologetically dominant. Sound familiar? Whether he's rocking Cartier shades or threading a game winner through triple coverage, Joe lives up to the name. It's part swagger, part meme, but all ice. Joe Shiesty doesn't just beat you, he lets you know it looked easy. Beast mode. Marshawn Lynch earned his nickname early when his youth football coach claimed he ran like a beast, and so Beast Mode was born. But it hit legendary status in 2010 when he broke 9 tackles on a 67-yard touchdown run against the Saints. The crowd reaction was so intense, it caused a minor earthquake. Literally. Since then, Beast Mode became unstoppable on and off the field. Prime time. Deion Sanders didn't just play football, he performed. His high school friends gave him the nickname after he dropped 37 points in a basketball game, and it followed him into the NFL, where his flashy interceptions, dance moves, and even two-sport stardom made him a spectacle. Primetime wasn't just a name, it was a persona. Today, he still goes by Coach Prime, swagger fully intact. Sweetness. Walter Payton was a paradox. Brutally physical yet graceful. His nickname, Sweetness, was thought to reflect his smooth running style or his kind-hearted personality. Either way, it stuck. Sweetness tore through defenses with elegance, leaving a legacy that transcended football. He wasn't just one of the best running backs ever, he was also one of the most beloved. Sweetness defined charm and power in one package. The refrigerator. William Perry got his nickname in college while riding an elevator. A teammate joked he was as big as a refrigerator. The name caught on fast. At 325 pounds, Perry was a Chicago Bears legend who famously scored a touchdown in Super Bowl 20. He wasn't just a defensive tackle, he was a phenomenon. The fridge became a household name in the NFL and beyond. Super Cam. Cam Newton's alter ego Super Cam was born from his touchdown celebrations mimicking Superman. With his dynamic playstyle and high-flying dives, he embodied a superhero on and off the field. His 2015 MVP season cemented the nickname. Cam turned every score into a spectacle, ripping open his jersey to reveal an imaginary S. Super Cam wasn't just flash, he delivered highlight after highlight after highlight in dominant fashion. Cheetah. Tyreek Hill's nickname, Cheetah, came from his high school coach who marveled at his speed. It stuck, as Hill became the NFL's fastest player. With blazing acceleration and acrobatic touchdowns, he's as elusive as the animal he's named after. Whether backflipping into the end zone or outrunning entire defenses, Cheetah has proven that speed truly does kill. He's a blur on and off the gridiron. The Honey Badger. Tyrone Matthews' nickname, the Honey Badger, came from his fearless play and wild hair. LSU's defensive coordinator saw a viral clip of a honey badger fighting a cobra and instantly thought of Matthew. With a fearless attitude and tenacity, Matthew embodied the nickname. On the field, he was relentless. Off it, he embraced the brand. The Honey Badger truly don't care, and it shows every snap. Ocho Cinco. Chad Johnson embraced chaos and charisma. In honor of Hispanic Heritage Month, he nicknamed himself Ocho Cinco, a not quite right translation of his jersey number 85, but fans loved it, and he loved it more. In 2008, he even legally changed his name. Ocho Cinco wasn't just a name, it was a lifestyle. From endzone dances to playful trash talk, Chad made sure his nickname was unforgettable. King Henry. Derrick Henry earned the title King Henry with every bone-crushing stiff arm. While the origin is debated, some say it relates to the Lion King, one thing is clear: Henry runs the field like royalty. His dominant rushing style and playoff performances turned the nickname into legend. In 2020, he sent Josh Norman flying with one hand. Long live the king, and defenders still have nightmares. Night Train Lane. Dick Night Train Lane got his nickname from an R&B hit he loved dancing to in the dorms. At first, he hated it, until he read the paper after a game-winning tackle. Night Train derails the Cho-Cho. he embraced it. Known for bone-rattling hits and an NFL record 14 picks in a season, Night Train became one of the scariest and most iconic defenders ever. Sauce. Ahmad Gardner earned the nickname Sauce in Pee Wee football thanks to his juke moves and love for dipping sauces. Friends dropped his real name entirely. By the time he got to the NFL, Sauce had become a brand. Slick on the field, drippy off it, he leaned into the persona completely. Now a lockdown corner, Sauce proves you can turn swagger into superstardom. Broadway Joe. Joe Namath didn't invent swagger, but he perfected it. After a flashy Sports Illustrated shoot, the teammates sarcastically dubbed him Broadway Joe, and Namath embraced it. Fur coats, bold guarantees, and a historic Super Bowl III win later, the name became legendary. He brought flair to football and a spotlight to the Jets. Broadway Joe became New York's first NFL showman, a character larger than life. Joe Cool. Joe Montana got the nickname Joe Cool for never flinching when it was crunch time. Calm under pressure, he led countless comebacks. Joe Burrow revived the nickname with his own chill demeanor and icy plays, but after going 4-0 in Super Bowl opportunities, the real Joe Cool will forever be Mr. Montana. Lights Out. Sean Merriman's nickname Lights Out came from a high school game where he knocked out 4 players. The name stuck. In the NFL, he made it official with a sack dance, flicking an imaginary light switch. Merriman's explosive first step and punishing hits made him a quarterback's nightmare. Lights Out wasn't just a name, it was a warning. He turned the power off every Sunday. Run CMC. Christian McCaffrey earned the nickname Run CMC from fans who mashed up his initials with the iconic hip-hop group Run DMC. It just fit. His electric playstyle, insane agility, and dual-threat ability made every run a highlight. With breakaway speed and sure hands, McCaffrey became the mixtape master of modern backs. Run CMC isn't just clever wordplay, it's a highlight reel on loop. Mad Max. Max Crosby plays football like he's in a post-apocalyptic brawl. His nickname Mad Max mirrors the fury and relentlessness he brings every snap. With a motor that never quits and a scowl that intimidates every quarterback, Crosby is chaos in cleats. Just ask anyone who's tried to block him. The movie character fought for survival. Max just fights to ruin your Sunday. Debo. Debo Samuel got his nickname from his dad, who thought his son resembled the intimidating bully from the movie Friday. The name stuck and fit. On the field, Debo trucks defenders, snatches touchdowns, and brings that same bully energy every down. He's not just a receiver, he's a positionless weapon. Debo doesn't ask for yards, he takes them. Like the movie character, he's no joke. The Assassin. Jack Tatum earned the nickname The Assassin for his violent, uncompromising hits. In the 70s, that was high praise. Tatum laid out wide receivers with precision and force, striking fear into anyone that crossed the middle. He defined intimidation. While his style wouldn't fly today, his legacy as a defensive enforcer remains legendary. The Assassin was not subtle, but he sure was effective. Machine Gun Kelly. Jim Kelly's rapid-fire throws and shotgun formation mastery earned him the nickname Machine Gun Kelly. No, not the rapper, the 1930s gangster. Kelly led the Buffalo Bills with precision, unleashing quick strikes in their no-huddle offense all the time. Defenses couldn't keep up. With his cannon arm and relentless pace, the moniker fit perfectly. Jim wasn't just a quarterback, he was an artillery unit. Deacon. David Jones knew his name needed a boost, so he rebranded as Deacon. It stuck. Deacon Jones dominated offensive lines and even coined the term sack. With a name that sounded holy, but hits that were hellish, Deacon became one of the all-time greats. Minister of Defense. Reggie White was both an ordained minister and a defensive terror, making Minister of Defense the perfect nickname. A devout Baptist, White used faith off the field and fury on it. He racked up sacks with grace and power. Whether inspiring teammates or collapsing pockets, Reggie proved spirituality and savagery could coexist. The minister brought sermons and smackdowns every Sunday. Mean Joe Green. Joe Green got his nickname at North Texas for his fierce play. He wasn't actually mean off the field, just dominant on it. The Steelers' anchor of the Steel Curtain, Mean Joe terrified offenses and became the face of Pittsburgh toughness. A Coke commercial softened his image, but not his game. The name was more than a label, it was a legacy. Lester the Molester. In the 70s, Lester Hayes stuck to receivers like glue. His aggressive man-to-man coverage earned him the unsettling nickname Lester the Molester. It wouldn't fly today, but back then it defined intimidation. sticky hands, bump and run excellence, and a knack for interceptions made him feared. His play was relentless, his coverage smothering. Inappropriate nickname aside, Lester's legacy as a lockdown corner is undeniable. Kirk Thuggins. Kirk Cousins was always the NFL's mild-mannered QB, until a post-game flight in 2022. Shirtless, draped in chains, dancing on a plane, Kirk went viral. Suddenly, he was Kirk Thuggins, aka Lil Kirko. The internet exploded. The nickname stuck. It showed a new side of Cousins, fun, loose, and meme-worthy. And Kirk didn't change, only the perception did. Thuggins became a fan favorite alter ego. Matty Ice. Matt Ryan earned the nickname Matty Ice in high school for his cool demeanor. Calm under pressure, he delivered clutch throws with surgical precision. The name followed him all the way to the NFL, where he led Atlanta to a Super Bowl win, almost. That collapse aside, Ryan stayed steady. Matty Ice was never flashy, but always composed. The nickname perfectly defined his poised and unflappable quarterbacking style. Galloping Ghost. Red Grange got his nickname after scoring 4 touchdowns in 12 minutes. A sports writer said he looked like a ghost on the field, elusive, untouchable, and gliding past defenders. The name Galloping Ghost stuck, and Grange became one of the NFL's first superstars. His style was ahead of his time. Fans didn't just watch him play, they watched him vanish. Crazy legs. Elroy Hirsch didn't run. He wobbled, juked, and darted. A sports writer once said he moved like a demented duck, with legs flailing in every direction. Thus, Crazy Legs was born. Hirsch embraced the oddity, turning it into an asset, and his unorthodox gait confused defenders and thrilled fans. The nickname sounded silly, but the player was all business. Crazy Legs danced his way into history. Juice. Before the controversy, O.J. Simpson was just the Juice, a nickname born from his initials and electrifying runs. He was fluid, fast, and smooth on the field. Juice captured his explosive style. Though his off-field legacy turned dark, his nickname lives in football lore. Back then, Juice meant highlight reels and MVPs. Now, it's a little complicated, but the name was still iconic in its time. Let us know in the comments what nicknames you think that we missed, and if you want to keep watching, here's another video from Football for Dummies that YouTube thinks you're gonna love.